Hi, everyone. This is Michelle Gramoglia, the President and CEO here at Woodland Pond, and this is my weekly address for a Tuesday. Uh, Before I get into some announcements, I wanted to just mention that the 2 p.m. activity and that was scheduled for the Great Room today has been canceled. So again, the activity that was scheduled for 2 p.m. in the Great Room today has been canceled. All right, why don't I get into my weekly address items for the week? As you know, you all received several announcements that this is a very busy week in terms of capital projects on campus. When you first pull onto campus this week, you're going to see visually right in front of you that we are doing some major paving projects. These are our first major paving projects that we've done on campus since we opened 15 years ago. We are repaving the very large parking lot that is in between the library and the health center. And we do appreciate everyone helping us out by clearing that lot out in anticipation of the paving company being here at 6 a.m. this morning. We're also paving the loading dock area and a portion of Woodland Pond Circle that is in between some of our cottages. So that's going to be the next couple of days. Also, starting this week, we are improving and replacing significant portions of our heating and ventilating system that feeds the assisted living and skilled nursing dining rooms. There is work that's going to be done in those areas, inside those dining rooms and also on the roofs. So we will be doing work in between meal periods in those dining rooms. There may be some interruptions, that you may experience. We may have to go into tray service for assisted living and skilled periodically. And then you will obviously hear some work on the roofs there. And then also starting a little bit this week, and then over the next couple of weeks, we are replacing the flat roof over the health center, all preventative maintenance type things as we are approaching our 15th birthday. The only portion of the flat roof of the health center that we will not be replacing this year is over the portion of the health center that is the short little stub out over skilled nursing that we lovingly refer to as the chicken wing. But that's just that kind of short portion that sticks out towards the west. The rest of the flat roof will be replaced. So lots of great projects there. And those have all started this week. So thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for the cooperation with the revised parking patterns there. The next thing that I wanted to talk about today is something that happened on Sunday. Lots of you are aware of this, and I wanted to address this and some things to be keeping in mind. On Sunday at around 10:30 in the morning, and I did send a memo out about this on email, at our concierge entrance, two individuals that we did not recognize entered the building, and after being reminded that our policy is that all visitors must sign in and sign out, but important to this discussion, sign in, these two visitors who indicated that they were here to visit a staff member refused to sign in. Those two individuals proceeded to go towards the kitchen, the main kitchen. That's what they indicated to concierge. This was an uncomfortable situation for the concierge staff, as you can expect. In response to that incident happening, which was the refusal of these individuals to sign in, and then they're proceeding into a restricted staff-only area, we did place the campus into a lockdown, and we did contact the local law enforcement, the New Paltz Police Department. We immediately sent out the emergency alert. And for those of you that are participants in the emergency alert system, and I hope that's all of you, you should have received an alert to one of several communication options. That would have been to either your landline phone, your email, or to your cell phone. And your cell phone, it would have either come to your text, and actually if it's on your cell phone, it will come as a text and as a phone call. If you did not receive any of those alerts to any of your phones or your email, please do contact concierge, and we will add you to that emergency alert contact list. This will apply to residents, staff, and loved ones. We're happy to add anyone to that alert system. So we notified you that there was we called it an intruder, and that we were placing the campus into a restricted status at that time, and that we needed you to stay in place as we investigated. Ultimately, through the use of our camera system, we were able to determine that those 2 individuals plus the staff member did exit the building through an separate exit, not the one that they came through. And there wasn't any indication when they came in that there was any kind of an active threat, but it was an uncomfortable situation. These were unknown people to us. And of course, we have your safety as our #1 priority, and we felt that that was the prudent thing to do. I think what this highlights for us, and of course, we did meet as a team on Monday morning. We held a Code Delta, which is our post-incident process for debriefing and identifying opportunities for improvement. Certainly, over the last, 18 to 24 months, we have invested a significant amount of time and resources in safety mechanisms and procedures to enhance the security on our campus. Of course, we do not have an unsafe campus. We do not have typically any kind of incidents. Even in this case, there was no active threat at any time. This was just a situation of discomfort. And we acted, I think, in a way that was extremely safety conscious and very conservative. But we've got cameras in many exterior locations that allows us to kind of keep eyes on all of our exterior entrances from many different angles. Many of us have access to those cameras remotely, so we can see them from our phones when we're not here on campus. The local New Paltz Police Department also has access to our cameras should they need them. It does allow us to see any kind of activity that we need to. We also do have panic buttons that allow us to lock the exterior doors really quickly and notify law enforcement silently without someone knowing that we've done that. We have the ability through that use of that panic button to close all of our fire doors quickly. There's just lots of ways that we can do that. And also, of course, the use of the emergency alert system to notify you that there is an emergency going on. We then, after we were sure that there was certainly no threat on campus, we did issue our all clear to you. In our Code Delta on Monday, we did identify a few additional steps that we're going to take when these incidents do occur in the future. And those include, we are going to send the calls from concierge over to reception. Some of you did ask in the event that we do have a situation like this. And for example, you might have a tip. You've heard, we've got an intruder. We don't know where the person is. Maybe you see the person. Now, of course, we don't want you to call concierge, but let's say you do see a person and you want to call and report that. And those 2 instructions conflict with one another. This way, if we send the calls from concierge over to reception, you will have a person that picks up the phone. So we identified a few, opportunities like that at our Code Delta, and just always ways that we can improve, on our processes. If you have any additional thoughts or questions from most of our residents, I did receive excellent feedback. It seemed that most of you felt that this was a positive response, and I want to thank you for your cooperation and patience. We will be doing additional drills on these kinds of things. I realize that we have a lot of new residents that have not been through lockdown drills on campus. We have not done really a reminder on the need to shelter in place, make yourself as invisible as possible. You remember the instructions to be quiet and make yourself as invisible as possible, even if you're in sort of a highly visible place. We need to kind of go through all those things for the newer residents, and we will do so soon. So we started the ping pong games yesterday. I understand that there was quite a bit of use. I think that's exciting. Remember, we are going to do this for a month and then take your feedback. So if you have any, feedback on the ping pong table in the game room, that's going to be up, I think, from 4 p.m. until 6 or so each evening. That'll be in the game room. There is a bench there that has the ping pong supplies, so feel free to play a pickup game of ping pong with your friends. We are also going to be starting a resident walking group. So this is just an opportunity for you to get together with your resident neighbors. No sign up required. You can meet at 11 a.m. in the lobby, the main lobby here by concierge at 11 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to start with. And we suggest that you each take turns picking a walking route and enjoy a walk with your neighbors. And the last announcement that I have today, and there are maps up regarding this, our first lawn treatment of the year will happen on Tuesday, May 14th. So this is this coming Tuesday. There are a number of places on campus that we will not be treating the lawns. Certainly the highly sensitive parts of the lawn closest to the wetlands will not be treated as usual. There is an parking island in the back of the property closer to the cottages that does not get treated, and we will not be treating the place close to where we moved the dog waste station, kind of over on the side by the art studio and the pool. But please look for those maps, and that will be on Tuesday the 14th. If anyone needs anything, you know where to find me. I hope you have a great day and a great week. It is absolutely beautiful out. Enjoy your day. Thanks so much.